Hello, so this is now my second video. Um, so I thought in this video I could do a short video for you around my background and journey. So just a note, I guess at this point, that a lot of this information is contained within a paper that I have attached to my YouTube channel. I'm just really bringing it to life for those that are watching the video, just obviously putting a voice and a face to the document. So a bit more about me. So I am currently 47 years old. I reside now up in Edinburgh in Scotland. I have been here for 15 years. Originally from the northwest of England. I moved up to Edinburgh for work and have been here ever since. I have been a contract business analyst in that period, and that's certainly helped me understand the condition and really do a deep dive on what I'm dealing with, I guess. So in terms of family history, so my mother has Dupuytren contracture as well, so Dupuytren's disease in one of her hands, and there is a family link, so there was a connection through my mum's side. Another member of the family also has Dupuytren's disease. So yeah, I do have a sister who is 5 years older than me. She has no signs or nodules or progression or onset of Dupuytren's disease as it stands, but she is obviously aware of what I'm doing and my journey. I do also have Lederho's disease, which is linked to aggressive Dupuytren's disease. So Lederho's disease is a small nodule in the palm of my foot. That is not showing any signs really of progressing at this point. It doesn't give me any discomfort, although I am aware of it, and that is in my left foot, the base of my foot. So yeah, that's another issue that I may cover in another paper, but my focus right now is Dupuytren's disease. I'm really trying to spread the message around the causing Q10. So in terms of my journey with Dupuytren's disease, so it came from a innocent game of football in 2017. So I was playing in goal without goalkeeper gloves. The ball struck my hand. I felt instant pain. So I then went to get an x-ray the following morning. There was no break, but there was tendon damage, or they felt there was tendon damage to my fingers. So my fingers were strapped up for a number of weeks. The pain disappeared, and I carried on with my life as normal. None the wiser as to Dupuytren's disease, the aggressive form of Dupuytren's disease. And I would say that the symptoms started to occur in 2020. So I will have got a small nodule in my finger, and there was some pictures in the paper from 2021 of where I had to take pictures to send to a specialist. So I probably originally got diagnosed with Dupuytren's in mid 2020, and then referred to a specialist. But that was a number of weeks to wait for that. And because of COVID, there was no person-to-person contact. So those pictures were taken to then be sent to a specialist, to then be referred again to a face-to-face appointment. But with COVID, and again there being no face-to-face contacts, the specialist referral or appointment didn't occur until January 2023. At that point, surgery was recommended, and due to the severity of the contracture, when my finger was at that point fully contracted in my ring finger, it was decided that a full dermofasciotomy was to happen. But there was a decision made at that point that I would wait 12 months, due to the fact really that it wasn't proving a massive issue on a day-to-day basis. And I thought I will see if it progressed any further. If it didn't progress, I would have left it potentially as it was. But within that 12-month period, it then became clear I had quite a big issue because my small finger had then contracted quite quickly. So a follow-up appointment was in January 2024. But then the decision was made that we would fast track the operation. And it's important to stress that at this point, in that I had done no research really prior to the specialist appointment. I hadn't really done any deep dive analysis of aggressive Dupuytren's. I was relying purely on specialist information and GP information. In the operation that I would have should remove the contractures, and the chances of it coming back there was a chance, but it was minimal. So fast tracking or moving forward to October of 2024, the operation occurred. The recovery phase from the operation was extremely difficult. Strapped up for a number of weeks, then the strapping removed, and the physio then started. In that time of recovery, while my fingers were strapped up, my little finger became dislocated. So that further complicated the recovery of my pinky finger. So it became clear quite quickly that recovery wasn't going as well as it should. Swelling was constant from hand, contractions, and my fingers were dropping at a rapid rate. As per my previous video, there was conversations with the physio department and both physio department and the surgeon where we discussed that I would need emergency surgery. And again, as per the previous video, I decided I had to find a solution. And that led me then on to a deep dive analysis of forums and scouring the internet. Because I couldn't use my right hand hardly for anything. My wife was cutting up meals for me. Because my right hand had become that unusable. So it was scouring the internet, it was looking at Reddit forums, which the Reddit forum that I'm on is in the paper, and that link goes to my journey and where I've called out the success that I have found with coaching Q10. And also within the paper, I refer to a study that was undertaken by a specialist that I will refer to on another video. So that's pretty much my background and journey at a high level. I want to try and keep these videos as short as I can, just to try and keep you engaged. I think the ultimate aim for me out of all of this is to help as many people as I can to stop the need for operations and surgeries. If I have found the solution to help the reversal of Dupuytrens in my fingers, how many other people could benefit? How many operations do we stop that don't need to happen because the reversal of their fingers has also benefited them to the point where they don't now need an operation? How many physio appointments would that then take away? There's a knock-on effect. There's benefits to all of this. However, there's going to be a period of proving and providing the evidence that there is a solution out there. I'm conscious as well that although I'm saying this is a reversal to contractures in fingers, it's not a cure to this disease. There isn't a cure that currently exists. A number of papers, trials, scientists are all looking into a cure for Dupuytren's disease, but it's genetic, it's complex. It's a very complex disease that certainly in an aggressive form can impact on a number of genetic cells. So why I am thankful to those people for their efforts and their continued efforts, there has to be, and there is in my mind and the mind of a specialist that I'm working with, solutions in place that remove the need for surgeries due to the bending of fingers. So anyway, that's enough for now. I will post another video in the next few days based on the research that I've undertaken and where I currently am with my investigations and where I intend to take this to. So yeah, so if you can like and subscribe, please, that'll be great. And I will speak to you again soon. Thank you.